Greetings, Karen Clay. Thanks for watching Somatic Unwinding. We're working with the psoas muscle, one of the deepest myofascial structures, one that connects the nervous system to the muscular system intimately, one that has tons of nerves running through it and is very close to the diaphragm and very close to the stomach. All of those connections to our uh, viscera, our nervous system through the psoas. So this work is really meant to be done continuously, but for the sake of time, I've broken the lessons down. And what we're going to do is each time we'll kind of review a little bit and catch up to where we were, and then add a little bit more so that the lesson progresses without um, disturbing your nervous system. So here's the picture for today. We've been talking about what a short psoas is, how the short psoas causes a deeper, larger lower back arch or sway back as it pulls the pubic bone downward as compared to this, where this psoas is slightly longer. And that's what we experience when we take our baseline. We start with the legs bent and feel the lower back flatten to the floor. But then when we lengthen the legs, we can feel how it's as if the psoas is pulling the lumbar spine forward away from the floor. And so the next piece in the lesson is an experience that helps you maintain your length when you're standing. So let's begin on the back. So find yourself on your back, lengthen your legs. Take a moment once again to surrender to support. To feel all the places where you're being invited to surrender your weight. To begin to register the places that seem as if they're held away from support, that they're not giving in to the ground beneath them. And then bend one leg, draw it to standing, bend the second leg, draw it to standing. Notice what happens to your contact, whether it increases through your low back, whether it increases through your lower ribs, whether the curve behind your neck gets longer. Lengthen the legs. Notice what happens to your spine, to your lower back, to your lower ribs, and to the space behind your neck. If you want to reach up a hand and measure as a way to gauge your internal sensations with reality, feel free. Do that a few times. So just taking the lay of the land for right now. And then we'll begin the lesson with the legs bent. We're going to use the image of a fishing rod. Fishing rods generally have joints that they can pull apart and fold up and fit in a traveling tube. So your right leg now is a folded fishing rod. It has eye hooks along the inside of the leg all the way up to the groin and over the pubic bone into the belly. So from those eye hooks at the heel, line comes up all the way up and into the belly where there is a reel, a spool that has line on it, plenty of extra line. So the idea is to reel your leg out. So depending on what kind of surface you're on, whether you're able to slide your foot or whether you're not, you could creep your toes very slowly. You're in no hurry. Very slowly creep or slide your foot, letting your heels start to create some distance between it and the sits bones, the bottom of the pelvis. Now, just creeping can't happen unless you start to spool out line. because the distance is getting greater from your reel to your heel. The distance is getting greater, so you have to reel out line. So everything stays soft and undisturbed. Your low back stays long and supported. Your lower ribs stay long and supported. Your chin stays oriented towards your chest. And you keep reeling the heel away, slowly, slowly, slowly creeping along the floor. Nothing has to become disturbed. Nothing has to get yanked or pulled or inconvenienced by any other parts. Instead, all the parts cooperate to allow this leg to essentially evolve from a quadruped leg to a biped leg. A leg that is parallel and in the same plane as the spine rather than perpendicular. Make sure that you are using the floor. How is the floor supporting the left foot? And how does that support help counterbalance the weight of the right leg? How are you using the weight through your heel in the sliding leg so that it's supported rather than requiring effort that tightens your stomach muscles? Your belly it's good if your belly is completely soft. When you lengthen completely, then flex your foot and reach down through your heel as if you were standing. Feel your lower back lengthen. Then relax the foot and begin to reel the heel. So the heel can't move unless the line starts to pull on it. So begin to pull on the line a little bit and feel that your knee bends a tiny bit, and then let go. Pull on the line connected to the heel bends a little bit, let go. Then continue drawing and spiraling and winding line, bringing the heel closer and closer and closer to the pelvis. Let the heel drag. Make sure you're using the support of the left foot. It's essential. Otherwise, this would be like doing this with only one leg. And you'd basically topple over to the right because you don't have any support or counterbalance to keep you on your back. Slowly drawing the leg up. When it's comfortable and natural, the sole of the foot can resume contact with the floor. Pause for a moment, just sense where you are, and then begin on the other leg. The leg can't move until the line gets longer. So you lengthen the heel away from the pelvis, away from the sits bones, away from the pubic bone, creeping the foot along the floor or sliding. Uninvolved abdominals, uninvolved psoas. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Using the floor through the right foot, supporting you, counterbalancing you, cooperating with you. When you can lengthen through the heel, go ahead and do that. Lengthen out the bottom of the foot. Then relax that right leg there and reel the left leg out as well. So you're going to end up with both legs straight to simulate standing in this relationship. So even though the left leg is not bent, you can still gather ground force through the right heel. That's where you're getting the most support support that's essential to allow you to move this leg with such precision, such elegance, and such unruffledness, such aplomb, such grace. Lengthening out the heel of both legs. So here we are simulating standing. Your lower back is long. Your rib cage is supported. Your belly's not sticking out. Your shoulders are supported. Your chin is over your chest. Your head is in line with your pelvis. And then relax everything. Just take a few moments to harvest the sensations and then begin to draw one leg up and the other leg. What you may notice as you lengthen the legs that there's much less influence, that the pelvis stays and low back stays very undisturbed by the legs moving away from the pelvis, that you can, in effect, stand, quote, stand, without disturbing your alignment. So we'll stop there for today, and I will see you next week. Thank you for watching.